Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Twisted Koi live on a Saturday night. How are we doing out there, cupcakes? The nights are drawing in, isn't they? How are we doing, Alex?
Yeah, I'm doing fine. Doing fine, Vince.
Mind you, it must be getting darker a lot sooner than it does down here for you up there.
Yeah, I think it's around about 6 p.m. and we're blacked out here.
Oh, we're still managing to get up past 7, 8 o'clock.
Well, you still getting to 8 o'clock here?
Yeah,
Wow.
only just.
Yeah, we're a lot sooner than that.
Only just.
Yeah, we're pitch black.
Oh, come on, Susan. You know, my clock says 8 p.m. No. But it's nice to see a few of the normal names in the comments. Big Gav. See him up at the Koi collection today. Susan says perfect head position there, Alex. Because you're right in front of your clock.
It's just the usual Saturday night, isn't it?
You know.
I'm going to have to rearrange my living room so as I can get this clock away from behind me.
George, since when did you start working on a Saturday? I didn't know how big George worked on a Saturday. Kept that one quiet. Pete from West Brom Koi in the house. Yes, I caught up with Pete today at the Koi collection as well. Had a good little turnout at the Koi collection. We were talking about the man himself. Simon's in the comments. Our Simon, who took grand champion last weekend at the Birmingham and West Midlands Koi show. Oh, George is saying he's got to work to pay for next weekend. Mate, you better be getting some overtime in because there's going to be lots of fish available. Simon, I'm still not 3 minutes in yet. So, Simon, give you Adrian Mole. Lorraine, I'll tell you what, there was always awesome koi at the Koi collection. For me, what made my day was actually getting to spend a bit of time with Ken, because as we know, Ken's not well, but he managed to come up to the shop and I managed to spend a bit of time with him. And one of the first things he said to me, he said, "You did all right at the show again, kidder, didn't you?" I was like, "Yep." I said, "But you know what, mate?" He was like, "What?" I said, "I got best in class with a platinum Ogon that I bought from you a couple of years ago for 25 quid." And he went, "Well, there you go." It just goes to show, doesn't it? So that's right, Lisa. The other one made up for you not being there. Oh, Jesus Christ, couldn't shut him up. How are we doing, Steve-O?
Yeah, I'm good. You all right, chaps?
Yeah, I'm not too bad. Big Frank's acting a bit weird. I'm not.
Is he?
I'm not too.
Well, to be honest with you, mate, I'm surprised he's still alive after Susan's reaction.
Yeah.
I
So-
thought he'd been flushed down the toilet.
So, how have you all settled in?
Yeah, well, yeah. Left him out there for, I don't know, about half hour, 40 minutes floating on the water and put him in a bowl, had a good look at him in the bowl and then socked him into the pond. So, yeah, all good.
So, how many did you come home with in the end? You got the big shower, didn't you?
Yeah, nice shower and a fairly small Hiyatsuri.
Yes. Yeah, I didn't get to see the Hiyatsuri. You snuck that one in under the radar, didn't you?
Yeah. Bagged it, boxed it before you had a chance to see it.
Mate, I really thought you was going to go for that achiever, you know.
I was tempted, but it was a male.
And
Well, I was really want a female one.
don't be sexist. Just remember, we're not in the 60s anymore.
No, sorry. Yeah.
That's me hung lynched by the fucking How we doing, Raphael?
I'm okay. How you doing? How everyone is doing?
Doing good. How's your moving bed?
Doing great. Doing great. I did manage in total 48 liters of media there. So I'm happy.
Nice. Mate, I would have been so tempted to push Inca into the pond. I just wouldn't have been able to help myself. Well, you're running an SOS heat pump, so
yeah,
it's not like it's going
at
to be cold, is it?
22 degrees right now.
Oh, well, see, it wouldn't have been no problem. And you had the camera set up perfect as well. All you had to do was open that front room window. Oh, sorry, son. Sploosh. See, just think of the views you would have got.
Abuse. Child abuse.
Chris is in the house. How we doing, Chris?
Hey there, mate. All right.
Yeah, not too bad. How was your
Yeah,
pond?
not too bad, mate. To be fair, not to be fair. Not, yeah, just struggling with the temps at the minute. To be fair, they're up and down like a yo-yo, aren't they?
Mm.
I was having this chat with Alex actually, and he's down to 12 degrees and still sitting at 16 and a half.
Well, I come back off of holiday, and my feeder had been on still feeding. What was that? Like 800 grams in a day, and I got back off holiday, and the temperatures had dropped so rapidly that I had ammonia spike, which followed by fluke. Managed to get rid of the fluke, and then yeah, sort of just slowed down from there. Really, my pond has hit 6 degrees already, but it is now up at like 12.
Shit. And where are you in the
Essex, mate.
country? Thank God I don't live there.
Yeah, crazy, really. 6 degrees, and this was like
That's
this was
mental.
like mid September. Like,
I thought you had an SOS heat pump.
I've not gone down that route yet. I will do,
No.
but not yet. Next year, maybe, hopefully, see what happens. But yeah,
Is that going to be for heating all year round, or is that just going to be used for keeping it at a consistent temperature both through summer
through
and
winter, I'll probably keep it at like 7 or 8. I won't let it like go below and just leave it there. And then in the summer, I'll try and keep it up at 20, 25.
See, the only thing I am going to put it on the main pond, but the lowest it goes down to is 15.
Yeah,
What, in the winter?
might do the same.
But
Yeah, I had water
So-
temps last winter. I had water temps of 2 degrees
Oh, that's low.
for like a
Shit.
long period of time as well.
Yeah, I was down to 4 degrees last winter.
I think the lowest I've gone in the main pond, as before this one was built, I think was 6.
See, where I am, it's weird because where I am, like, if it's warm, it's warm. Like in my garden, my pond hit 29 degrees this summer, and it stayed that way for about 2 weeks.
Nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, in the winter, we live in like in a valley. We live in a valley sort of type of thing, and yeah, just if it gets cold, it's cold. If it's warm, then it's baking hot. So
Yeah, so I think the only way I'll have to work way around it is if I plug the air source heat pump into something like an Inkbird, turn the temperature up on the air source heat pump, and then run the temperature through the Inkbird, I should be able to get the air source heat pump to kick in at a lower temperature, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's worked with aquarium heaters
Yeah.
where I'd set the I think I had 2 aquarium heaters plugged into the Inkbird. I had them both set at 30 degrees, but the Inkbird itself was set at 24.
Mm.
And it evened out because they were 2 different heaters I had. I think one was a 250 and one was a 500. It just evened things out with the usage. So I think that could be an option to go down.
Yeah.
But whether the air source heat pump likes it or not is a different matter.
Yeah. Mm.
Hence why when I do put it on the main pond, it's going inside 1 block.
Mhm. Yeah. I am toying with. I've got one of the 3 kilowatt like the cloverleaf ones. They do like the 2 kilowatts.
Yeah, they're not here.
Yeah. Oh, the inline ones.
The ones from like the Spar shops. I've got a 3 kilowatt one. So I haven't put it on yet, but I was going to set it for like 7
plug it
degrees.
in, and then just chuck all your money on your electric.
Yeah, a lot like that. Yeah,
because them things spin that wheel something fucking
that's why I
wrong.
haven't touched it yet.
Absolutely wrong. And if they're used for long periods of time and not checked, because a lot of these run on a coil, the electrodes were the same. And after a while, if they're not checked, they build up with calcium and everything. But my oldest boy sat there, I had one many years ago, and it took us, Christ knows how many bottles of descaler, 2 or 3 tubs, because the scale in it was that bad. The actual float switch or the flow switch that was inside it couldn't even move because it just screwdriver in there and fucking all sorts.
I can imagine. I'd have to be careful with mine then, because I've got a KH at the tap. My KH is like 19.
How much?
Shit.
KH? How much?
19. I really struggle with Benny in the summer because I'm open. I haven't got a roof over the pond, and I've got a KH of 19, pH 7.9, but KH of 19. It's really hard to get the Benny looking nice off the fish.
You bring the subject of Benny up, and we were talking today up at the Koi Collection about the food trials and the fact that the Dainichi colour food, it made those reds intense in the depth and everything.
I do have to say my Benny's been better than it ever has been using Saki colour this year.
But when you looked in comparison to the ones fed on the Chinese food, the skin quality and condition looked better on the ones fed on the Chinese food than the ones fed on the Dainichi.
Is that the stuff you're on, Vince? The
But it did. The Dainichi colour did have the best overall growth and body, and like I say, the reds were intense, but the Shiroji and the actual skin luster.
I see them Shisui. Them Shisui were absolutely worldies.
Well, we were stood in the Koi Collections this morning, weren't we, Steve? and we looked over, and there's a 5 kilo bag of Saki Deep Red, it's called,
I've seen it.
and for a 5 kilo sack,
£100.
130 quid.
Yeah.
130 quid for
That's
5
mad.
kilos. And
I
when
think
we
that stuff though is more aimed at show prepping and stuff like that for like the really serious guys that have got these sort of 90 like size 7 or whatever fish, you know, like are showing like at the top of their game. I think unless there's no point in doing
They're
that.
just in line with Saki Hikari,
Yeah,
especially with
But-
the houses.
if the quality's there and they're kept in the right conditions, you shouldn't need to pump extra
No.
colour food in them. But when we actually stood and we actually looked through what ingredients there was, 99% of what was in there, apart from the Hikari germ, could be found in Rick's Munger Mix.
yeah.
Mm.
So I used
Which-
balance this year. I used 60 kilos of balance, 40 kilos of Takazumi growth, and 15 kilos of Takazumi Saki color this year. And yeah, the balance has done really well, to be fair. It was like a 50 25 25 split, and it has done really, really well. And the fish are quite happy with how they've turned out, to be fair.
So, how much is a 15 kilo sack of balance?
Balance 165 quid. Depends on where you get it. 165 quid from Swell,
165.
165 quid from Swell, or 205 quid, say, from like Cotswold Koi or wherever, you know.
Yep, because
I
I
think
paid
it's-
the last
doing
time I
it
used
160.
Saki. I paid. I think it was last year. It was 160 something, 68
Yeah,
pounds. I paid that.
I've just bought a bag, a 15 kilo bag of Saki growth from Swell. They're doing a thing at the minute, a sale, and a 15 kilo bag of Saki growth for next year. I'm not using it now. That worked out at 189.
Still too much.
So much better than if you was to go to, say, for example, you went to like Aquadabra or wherever they are. That's 270, 280 quid for a 15 kilo bag. Same bag.
Well, I'll be totally honest. After looking at the results of the food trials, I am seriously considering adding some Nutrimer sinking into my
Yeah,
my
it's done
food.
really well. Yeah, it did really well.
I never tried sinking food.
And not just that. Have you guys watched Orchard Koi's video on his like?
I haven't caught up with Dave's video yet, so don't
mate,
spoil it
yeah, I
for me.
won't spoil it for you. Watch it.
I'll tell you what, that man can grow
Yeah,
a fish, and he's kept himself really tight-lipped over this year's Gazwad
Yeah.
fish. But he posted a video up a couple of weeks ago on the group chat of his top 5 of what he grew from last year's Gazwad, including the one that won last year. And Rick saw the video and he's like, "Oh my god!"
I tell you
Just-
one thing, Vincent. On the 19th of October, I'm going to measure my fish, and that's when I'm going to start
Yep.
lower down the airso heat one. So I can say to you, the surprise in the tank is going to be that little fish you give it to my daughter. That Asagi, doesn't look like the same, the one you give it to me. It's
I caught a glimpse of
Yeah.
it in your last
that
video.
was that.
Just a
Yeah,
quick
that was
glimpse.
It's getting
Yeah.
massive. It's getting
Yeah.
massive.
That was done really well.
Let's see.
Really
Let's
well.
see. Now I'm battled with some Kostya. So, and then I have fluke. So I have to treat it probably in a few days fluke. But I don't have any new fish, but parasites come.
Yeah, they do.
Right. They do.
It's pissing me off
I
because
mean,
I don't have. They
I've
were eating fine. And then I said to
Right.
my wife, the fish are acting no normal, and I don't like to take them out. And then when I take it out, I got Kostya. And then,
I still blame slugs.
sorry?
I do. I do. I blame slugs.
It's lots. All right.
Horrible fucking creatures they
On
are.
saying that, I get a hell of a lot of slugs in my garden. I got a lot of snails in my garden, big snails. If they go into the pond, the fish will just empty the shell. They'll eat everything that's inside the shell. But in saying that, I get fluke maybe once, twice, tops in a year. Never get Kostya, never get Trek. I treat it at the beginning of the season, and that's me. I'm clear for the rest of the year.
Nice.
I just don't seem to have the same amount of problems in my pond is what people down south having there.
Yeah, but your temperatures don't go very high up there, do they?
Probably they've probably got the best ponds for Kostya and Trek and fluke, but up here, I just don't have problems with them at all. But slugs and snails, they're in my pond all the time, and I still don't seem to get fluke. So I don't know if that's a bit of a misconception. I think somebody a while ago done a scrape on a couple of slugs, put it underneath a microscope, and they couldn't find anything on them. So you're like, do you believe it? Do you not? I don't know.
The challenge is
Yes.
out. Anyone?
Yeah. If anybody can
Man,
find a fluke on a
that's
slug,
great.
please let me know.
Mate,
How do you scrape?
I'm
How do you
I'm not
scrape
very-
feathers? Because I've always got pigeon feathers in my pond. Loads of them. Does my head in.
yeah, but there's nothing to
No,
scrape
I
off
know.
a feather.
But I reckon it's like you get fluke. I've only had fluke twice this year, but yeah, I reckon because I must have like in the morning I must have like 10, 15 pigeons every morning. Sit down, drink across the side. I walk out, they all fly off. That's what I do.
So I'm just trying to catch up with the comments. They're just going.
You know what? You know what's funny? I was going to get some anti-love KH buffer, and
Yeah.
I bought it by mistake, Mediclay. So I have 5 kilos of this thing. I never use it, so so I write down the guy, the company, and they say, "Oh, we can change it. You have to send it back." And I check, I have to pay like £8 to send it back. So it's not worth it. I'm going to stay for this. And I said to him, "Okay, let me. I'm going to get a KH buffer this time, in the right time." Have anyone used that?
I love it. I use it all the time.
Oh yeah. All right. Cool.
KH buffer or NG
Yeah,
Labs
it really
clay.
does. It really does do. Like, the only thing with the drum is it strips it out really quickly compared to with the Nexus. But yeah, there are clays out there now that work with drums. But yeah, I still use it. I find it really good stuff.
Cool.
You know one way around it, don't you? You turn your drum off for 5 hours, 6
Yeah,
hours.
could do. It seems to pull it all in anyway. It
There's
seems to
always a
clear
way
up.
around it.
You get a real good sparkle on the water afterwards as well, to be fair.
Yeah.
Even with the drum, so
I've used it in the past myself, and it works quite well. But
Yeah.
I just ran it right through the Nexus, and it was fine.
Yeah, it was brilliant with the Nexus.
Yeah.
Well, I got an easy pass, so I'm going to
Same.
be okay.
Yeah, same thing. It'll do really well. You'll find your water clear. It'll clear your water. It'll be nice and sparkly all the time.
Nice. So,
Does it
Give it a go.
cloud it up for a while?
Yeah, it'll cloud it out for two
Yeah.
days.
A couple of days.
you're plowed out for at least
Yeah.
2 days if you do it right.
Yeah.
2 days.
Yeah, 2 days you won't be able to see your fish, but
Yeah.
then you walk mint
What's
for
the
it.
L?
Hmm.
George from Lowman Koi and Fishing says, Raphael, just use bicarb and save some money.
When I use that, the KH it doesn't go up, and I have problem with KH. That's why I went to for the anti-lab.
Yeah.
And it didn't work for me. I tried it. I bought it those small ones from the Tesco, and didn't work. It take forever to. It didn't go up the KH. I have to buffer every week for the KH.
How much is your NT Labs KH buffer?
How much is it? The 5 kilos is I think 30, 36, 35 pounds.
Pete from West Brom Koi said he had 10 kilo tub of bicarb for 20 quid.
Yeah, you're not getting koi
Next
tax.
time. Next time.
No koi
Rafi.
tax. Yeah.
Rafi, you need to get onto the soapery. Look up the soapery for bicarbonate of soda, and they do big, huge, massive bags, and it's cheap as chips. Cheapest chips. See,
Yeah.
for your little tub of bicarb that you buy for £32 or whatever it is, for a 15 kilo bag, it doesn't even come to that, and that's with postage. So look
All
up
right.
the website, the soapery, and look for bags of bicarb on that, bicarbonate soda. That's what I've been using all year, and it's
It working.
it works really well. Yeah.
All right. Next
And
time.
you'll get 25 kilos or 15 kilos for less than the price of that 5 kilo tub.
All right.
See, fucking full of good tips on this place, I'm telling you. Aha, everyone's talking to you in the comments here, Rafa. You need a big bad Raf. Don't mess around with small
Yeah.
pots.
Sorry.
Uh,
Oh, the big one.
Wally Wall saying little tub of bicarb may not be enough for your volume of water if
Maybe that.
it not worked,
Yeah.
Raphael. So you might need to
Yeah.
chuck a bit more in.
Maybe that because if I
Uh,
want to put it up, I need to use 120 grams, and it go up straight away. 2.2 the KH and 2.2 the pH. So right now it's
so
7.7. I know tomorrow I have to do it. It's every week. Every week I have to do it.
is there anybody out there watching has used dolomite when they're using their sodium bicarbonate?
No.
But the
It's
water changing here in Manchester. It wasn't like that last year. It wasn't this bad. Because I do the water change
that is
before and my pH was maintaining. But right now, I don't know what the hell they done it to the water, bro. It's not the
What's
same.
your pH coming out the tap?
The pH is I
Yeah.
think it's if the last time I checked it,
out of the
it was 7 or 6.9, something like that.
Right.
If I'm not wrong. And
out of the tap
the
or in the
top water,
pond.
yeah.
Yeah, in the tap.
Yeah, and it wasn't like that because I remember it was 7. If I'm not wrong, it was 7.3. One day I checked it 2 years ago, 7.3 or 7.2. But now I don't know. It's something they done it. I have a colleague and he have a pond and he told me the same thing. The water's terrible. The water's not good. So they they have done something. I don't know.
Mm. So why
It
do you
varies
feel the
from
need to buffer up
place
so
to place.
high?
Sorry,
Why do you feel the need to buffer up so high? If you're
because
sitting at
the
7.2,
KH it didn't go up. So
right?
I saw my KH go up, after 7.6 it start going up. I
Right.
don't know why. That's
Yeah.
that's the reason, because I used to have my pH always before 7.2 and it was
Mhm.
okay. But well, after the disaster happened and all that, the water start changing. I think they done something into the water. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Okay.
Probably using different chemicals to
It's,
make
it's
it
one,
safer for
it's one
us.
thing. It's one thing that I don't chase in my pond as a cage. If my pH is stable, then
Yeah,
I'm happy with that. I've
yeah,
never bothered chasing cage in all the years that I've kept a pond.
nice.
And the fish are still lovely, and they still do really well. So yeah, I don't know if it's as important as what people say.
Well, when they need something like that doing at the farm, that's our Rocket Boy's job. He fills up a wheelbarrow with a bag of sodium bicarbonate and a bag of dolomite, and then they get like a fucking great big scoop of each into each system, and that rebuffers everything back up. Dolomite, ladies and gentlemen, have a look
Mm.
into it, especially if you're having to use a lot of bicarbonate
Right.
soda.
Mm.
And if you don't know the measurements to ratio, just ask Dave, because
Right.
Dave's regularly walking around the farm with a wheelbarrow and a scoop. See, he's not just a water boy; he does quite a few things up at the farm. Does our Dave?
So what does the dolomite do? Does it just do the same as the bicarb? I've lost his
I,
pen.
if what I'll do is tomorrow, no, not tomorrow, on Monday when I'm down the farm, I will quiz Rick on the use of the dolomite.
Yeah.
I know when the ponds start, as he says, looks a bit inky or icky, he's like, right, bicarbonate dolomite. And he just knows just by looking at the ponds when it's needed.
Right.
Mm.
And I guarantee if you was to go behind him and
I'll be
test
interested to
before it
watch.
goes in, he'll be on the button.
Right. Be an interesting watching.
Evening, Aaron. Question: is the dolomite to help? I'm not 100% sure what it does, but I know it does help remineralize. You know what I mean? Put minerals into the water.
Yeah.
But yeah, I will pin Rick down 100% on that on Monday for you guys, so that you know exactly what it does, because I'm not 100% sure.
Right.
I just know that Rick goes, Dave, B7, 11, 2, need dolomite and bicarb.
And
And
do you
then
use that yourself, Vince?
no,
No, you don't use it.
I
Well,
don't
stop.
test my pH. I don't test for GH. So
No, I'm the same.
That's not fair.
my water comes out the tap at 7. I think it's
Yeah,
7.2 or
I saw that.
7.5. You know, it sits. The main pond sits between sort of like 7.5 and 7.8. Graham's in the comments saying it's a pH buffer.
Right. Okay. So it's just doing exactly the same as what sodium bicarbonate does then.
But it's got other minerals
Yeah,
and
but
stuff
yeah.
that puts back into the water as well. But
Well, if you're cleaning your pond, that's going to mineralize your water anyway. If you're
Yeah.
using clean on a regular basis, So there's maybe not so much need for the dolomite, but each to their own.
I mean, I've George is saying, is Chris sleeping?
That will come up.
Very relaxing.
I've got salt in my pond. First time I've had salt in my main pond for a long time, and that's because the Shisui that I brought home from the Twisted Rocket Pond has decided I want to be a bit of a sleepy, so I've perked him all up at the moment. Well, perked him all up at the moment with some salt in the pond. But yeah, I'm not a lover of using salt, but
No.
I don't know if you guys haven't seen it. It is a lot of toys to playing around with the ponds right now. The other day I saw I think I don't remember his name, but he's specialized in water quality, and he have a system maintain your pH automatic.
yes,
Have you seen that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like,
It's the guy that's
was
got
like-
the blue.
yeah.
Yeah, what's it called? The blue.
The Blue Lab Guardian.
No, it's not the blue light. That one is to
Finch
check.
filtrations.
Yeah,
Yes,
no,
that's it.
that it give you the doses to maintain the pH. And I
yeah,
was
yeah.
like,
It's
how
like
much
a-
is it?
Is that not just the
400
dosing pump?
pounds.
Is
How
that
much?
just the dosing pump for pH?
It's more than I think it's 420, something like that.
Yeah.
Right. Well, Big Stew Bob has put in the comments. Dolomite reacts with the water to increase its pH, neutralizes acidity, and add beneficial minerals like calcium and magnesium. That's the one I was after, the magnesium.
Right.
And then Susan Schonauer says, when it pops up on the screen, dolomite raises the pH, increases alkalinity, and adds beneficial minerals and calcium. So there we go. The guys in the comments have helped us out. But
All right.
you know, it does work on the ponds that have no filtration on them, like the bee ponds and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it is flat out full speed at me for this at the moment, because not only are the guys in mid harvest mode, but we've also got to get everything ready and prepped, ready for the next weekend, because next weekend, and then he was gone. Raph?
Hey, disappeared. Is that enough?
Because next weekend is going to be a pretty bloody epic, if I do say so myself. And a lot of that is down to what Rick is going to put out. And oh my word, ladies and gentlemen. But what I will say is that Rick has said that what he will do is the shop, as in what's out the back and what's being put out of the back for Creature Fest and the ticketed weekend, for 1 week after that Sunday, those fish will be available. After a week, they get off to ponds to be grown on, because 90% of the fish that are going to be available next weekend would normally be kept and stashed somewhere and overwintered.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're able to, the week after the Koi Tube Fest, if there's much left, there's going to be absolutely loads on there. I mean, Rick at the moment is talking about 2,000 fish on top of what's normally in the shop.
Good.
You're gonna have to dig another hole. Wasn't it?
Money. And honestly, there is going to be everything from Tosai, proper Tosai, not Chibi Nisai Jumbo Tosai, but we won't go down that route. But there will be everything from this year's Tosai right through to freshly harvested sandside from the mud ponds.
Right up my street.
As well as fish from Rick's Japan trip earlier on at the start of the year.
You coming down, Alex? Yeah.
Yes, I'll be
Yes.
there.
Alex is coming down. Alex will.
I'll be there.
He'll be with us Friday and Saturday night as well. So, but yeah,
I won't be there Saturday night. I'll be there. I'll come down on a Friday, stay Friday night.
you've still got to come back Saturday.
Sorry?
You've still got to come back Saturday to get your fish.
Yeah. I'll come back up to your bit on a Saturday evening and pick up the
Yeah,
fish.
evening, night, same difference.
Yeah, and then shoot for home. It's probably going to be about 2 o'clock in the morning by the time I give them a PP bath and get them acclimated and get them in the ponds. So I'll be doing a night shift that week.
Yeah. Man.
Question: is the Coppins grower and spirulina combo better than top koi? To be honest, I would say that the Coppins spirulina is better overall. I would say that out of the range that Coppins do, the guys have tried top koi down at the farm and they didn't like it. So, and the main food, other than like the tosai that are in the bee ponds and the tunnels, they will get a growth food. But everything else that goes out to mud ponds and stuff like that, they are all fed Coppins spirulina, which if you're buying it from New Forest is called the Vitality. And I used it all year last year, and the only thing I had against it was it did create a little bit more mess than the Takazumi. But as for body shape, skin colours, skin quality, I didn't see any difference between the Takazumi and the Coppins Vitality other than the price.
Was it not the Nietzsche food that came out on top at New Forest this year?
It was, but even when you put all 4 ponds next to each other, believe it or not, the pond that had the best skin quality and the best skin condition was the first pond with the Dajiwa Chinese food.
Right.
But in every other aspect, the Dainichi food and the Nutrimare knocked it out of the park.
Yeah.
In your first video, Vince, was the Shisui in that first bowl that you had, the like the top ones that went in there, were they the
very first pond that we harvested, that was the Chinese food.
Yeah.
Then it was the Coppins.
The Benny was popping on them really, really well, wasn't it? They were as good as what you'd get from like Kawakami Farm or whatever. They were really, really spot on. Yeah.
Look at the Ginrin Shiro that came out of that pond being fed the Chinese food.
Yeah.
Man, someone on either the Saturday or the Sunday is going to get themselves a really good.
I'll be in the bowl of doom by the time we get there, mate.
No,
is that the one that Crafty was after?
That is going to be auctioned. That is going to be auctioned. And no, the one that Crafty is after Rick is keeping for Broodstone because it is that damn good. And you
Yeah,
you would have seen a glimpse of it at the start of part 4 of the food trial.
yeah,
It was in the mud pond in the same net, and yeah, just by lifting it out of that brown water, you could see the qualities on it straight away. And yeah, I fully understand and appreciate where Rick's coming from when he said it's not going fucking anywhere,
yeah.
Yeah.
because it is. Oh, and you know what I'm like for my Shiros anyway. But yeah. Oh, yes, Susan, that little Ginrin that come out of the first pond, that if that doesn't go up, I'll be very surprised, because that was show quality straight out of that pond. You know, you could have taken
When,
that straight to when
do you know how many fish are coming up for auction at the Chupa Fest?
there's definitely 6, because there's no, sorry, there's definitely 8,
Right.
because we picked between the 3 of us, we picked 2 fish from each pond,
Right.
and they are going to be auctioned, and there is going to be a couple more as well that are going to be picked next week or this week coming. So yeah, and if it's anything to go by, last year's live auction at Cuba Fest, honest to God, guys, when we do it, and it's not just me, this is any YouTuber out there, you get the same way when Gaz is doing auctions for exclusively and everyone else. There is always a lag on YouTube.
Mhm.
Yeah. So beforehand, guys, if you see one fish that you want to put your maximum bid in, because then it makes life so much fucking easier.
Yeah.
Because then someone's either gonna beat it or they're not.
Yeah.
And if someone wants it bad enough, we saw that last year with Matt and the Ginrin Aragopia Chiba. That went up to almost 400 quid.
Yeah.
And that was being battled out between Ryan and Matt. So
I'm done for this year now. I've got 5 left to take out my pond, and I've got 2 to pick up in November.
how are the 2 that you had from us?
Brilliant, mate. Yeah, the Kagani, the Ginrin Kagani, that is blonde. Like it's changed colour. Like you wouldn't believe. It's gone really, really light. But that's put on. I think I measured it was 29. It's now probably about 30, 32. Obviously it's colder now, so it's not going to be getting much. It'll put a little bit on for the winter, but yeah, the Matsukarabaki is black as the Ace of Spades with like the Ginrin sparkle for it. It looks really nice.
Yeah.
It's got like memoir going through his through the head, you know, where you get the like sort of lightning strike memoir. And that's got to be sort of 27, 28. So he's put on some good size, but it'll be next season. So I'll be looking at the 26, 27. I'd want them to be sort of 38, because I was averaging 12 to 15 cm this year on all my fish across the board.
Yeah.
My Keisha Sui, she's 14 years old, she put on 10 centimeters this year. She's now 73 ish centimeters now. So she's done really well. My red Karashi with all the shimmies on it, that's gone. So it'll be it'll be going Yonsai now. But that's gone from 52 to 64.
You know,
So that's-
someone turn his handle and wind him up. Make it fucking faster, please. Come on, boy, get it out.
So that, yeah, that's done well.
But you've lost a couple this year as well, haven't you?
Yeah, I lost 3 small tosi at the beginning of the mid year. Their backs just snapped in half. They literally just bent like banana. Whether that was in feeding with injuries during feeding or whatever, but I was just finding them floating on the top with bent backs and stuff. I had 18 tosi, and out of the 18 tosi, I lost 3 with bent backs, and then I grew the rest of them all on to sort of a good size. They're all sort of ranging between, so they've gone from 12 cm to sort of 29 to 34 was the biggest one.
And have you moved them on, or have they gone into your main pond?
No, they was in my main pond with all
They
my
were in
big
the
ones.
main
That's what I
pond,
mean.
yeah.
I've managed to grow them on from 12 cm in the pond with, there was 48 fish at the beginning of the season in the pond. And obviously grew them on through the summer. And then the ones that I didn't want to keep, I've moved on.
Yeah.
So I've now got 22 fish, 21, 22 fish in the pond.
Yeah, I've got to make some hard decisions about my pond. It was
So
going to be.
I've more than halved what was in my pond. So
Yeah.
I've got 4 left that I want to move on, and the others that I want to keep for next year to get them bigger to see how they do. Yeah. So if I can average 10 to 15 cm again next year, a lot of them will be 45, 50 cm.
So you've got no plans to buy any fish in the future, then?
I've got 2 fish that I've bought already. I've just got. I'm going to get them in the pond in November. And then yeah, that's it. So I've got 4 to get out, and I've got 2 that I've got to pick up in November. I've got
Susan's asking, how many
Right.
gallons is your pond, Chris?
2,650. Just under 2,647 or something it is.
Yeah,
that was crammed with fish then, was it?
Say that again, sorry, mate.
Was that crammed with fish when you had 48 in there then?
Oh, it was like soup.
Yeah, fish soup.
It was a bit. It was a bit silly, really, but yeah, I went mental last year on Crafties auctions. In spring I started. So I had a load of fish, but then in spring I added 18 new fish, and I bowled them all up, measured every single fish in my pond, put them all back in the pond, and then wondered why I had loads of issues. For about 3 weeks, I had all them issues with like fluke and stuff. That's why I ended up losing that Black Zeus. It was just carnage, mate. What I should have done was sort of trickle them in through the year, really, but I didn't. I just whacked them all in one go, but then I mucked about in the pond, getting them in and out of the pond, measured them all, put them all back, and then wondered why I had fluke and Costia like carnage. But I got it all back up and running. I did lose the Black Zeus.
I know, that was a gutter. But in my defense, Aragoki, one of those fish belongs to this man here. One of them belongs to the other Scotsman, Big George.
Big George.
And
the other 67 are yours.
Mate, when you're constantly at the sweetie shop, it's just so easy. I've got plenty of space in the Tosai tank.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've still got 2 to move on. I've still got a Kahaku and a Shua to move on. Don't think it'll be this year, but I'll probably move them on in spring next year to make up a little bit more room for another couple of purchases next year. But yeah, still got a little bit of room to take on another 3 or 4 fish, 5 fish.
Kiki Kikiryu, give him that Skowbaki. Three-step Haku. Yeah, there's quite a few in there.
Yeah, I got an Oya
It's
Asagi.
when you've quite fucking finished. Do you not know I'm live? They could be so inconsiderate. Fucking Asagi's just had a funny 5 minutes.
Yeah. The two I'm picking up is Marasei Chag and a Oya Asagi. I've had a thing with Asagi this year.
Oh mate, well if you want Asagi, you want to get one of the ones that we pulled out of the mud pond from New Forest.
You were looking sweet,
mate.
That's really strange because they
You too,
suddenly
yeah.
appealed to me as well as Saggies, and I never was into them before.
Mate, you wait till the Asagi, you see the Asagi's down the farm.
I think when you see a good one though, that's when you're like, yeah, really can appreciate them. Like there's so many. If you go to like garden centres and that, and you see Asagis, they're generally they're shocking. But when you see some that come out of ricks, out of like some of the decent ponds, I picked through a pretty much every Asagi that was in the Tosai Tanka at Perfect Aquatics. Me and Crafty went through all of the Asagis, and I picked up a little one just to grow on for next year, see how that goes. That's from Otsuka. But then I've got this other one that I've just bought. That's 40, 42, something like that. 42, something like that.
Nice. Yeah.
So that's nice.
Yeah. Is that your fish, Vince, splashing about?
That was one of the little ones.
I'm trying to get through, so I'm going through all my collection, looking at them and thinking. I'm trying to be. That's why I had so many at the beginning of the year, because I'm trying to be sort of meticulous, because I really want to do a show.
Yeah.
But I don't want to just take any old rubbish that's in the pond. You know, there's a lot of fish in there. I've got 2 fish in there that they're never going to go anywhere because they're sort of sentimental. And the rest of them I've been going through. So I've had I started the year with 9 Kahaku, and now I've got 4.
At the end of the day, take what you take, because the only way you're gonna learn is by taking fish, and then after the judging has been done and the results are out, get hold of one of the judges and say, well, can you explain to me what I
Well, in all essence, that's exactly what I've done, Vince. I took a lot of fish that I didn't really want to take on the chance, and every single one of them done really, really well. So it just goes to show you, you can't sort of write off fish and say, well, that's not of show quality. You just don't know on a day. You put them in, you take a chance, and you never know. I've done it this year, and it worked. It worked for me extremely well, as I say.
Yeah.
So
to be fair though, I've actually, like, in 15 years that I've been keeping koi, I've never been to a show.
Right.
I've tried my hardest this year to try and get out to go to the shows, and things just kept on cropping up. So I missed the national because I decided the week before to strip my Nexus out and put a drum in, and that didn't go to plan. That just absolute carnage, and everything that went wrong could have gone wrong.
Yeah.
Mate, you had worse luck with your drum than I did.
Mate, it was a nightmare.
But
it's working absolutely spot on now, so I wouldn't.
I was counting the messages and phone calls I had.
Mate, you weren't the only one. I think Simon. I mean, the amount of messages. Aside from up North Korea, he must have been sick of me, mate, because we was literally like messaging every sort of half an hour to an hour, and he literally guided me that he might as well have been there, spent so much time on the phone to me. But he did really help, and we did, yeah, got it all working and that. So, but
He's
since
a
then,
good
it hasn't
lad,
missed a beat.
That's a good thing about the community out there. There's always somebody out there that's going to give you a helping hand.
Yeah.
Always. You know.
Yeah,
Yeah, but Tuberfest isn't a koi show. It's a koi get together.
Yeah.
And that was how we always intended it. Because it was started by the pair of us. Well, this will be 5th year. So yeah, 5 years ago we started this in the garden.
Yeah. And look how quickly it's grown in such a short time.
Would a protein skimmer do anything in a tropical tank? Most protein skimmers are for either tropical or salt systems. I don't know many people that have actual proper protein skimmers on their pond. Unless you're like Stu Bob, who's running a serious RO unit. And then it's part and parcel of the system.
you can convert backy showers, can't you? In to protein skim as well, can't you? I've
Not-
seen a few people do it.
Not probably. Cloverleaf did a protein skimmer that is actually a shower as well. There's a lot of them at the Koi collection.
Yeah, I've seen a few videos on YouTube with someone like they build them themselves, and I don't quite get how they've done it, but they seem to work all right. But oh yeah,
Well,
just
Could you think about the ones I'm thinking about, Steve? You know where everyone was upstairs seating, those 2 tanks.
Yeah. Yeah.
You got them on there, and what happens is that big chamber in the front, just before the weir, the way the water comes in and rolls in that, it then skims the protein out that way. But them things, when they first come out, were fucking expensive, and even now they're still fucking expensive to get hold of a second-hand one.
oh, is that the big ones in the Koi collection? The big black tornado.
Mark, I love it. Mark Oxo, advice to anyone who hasn't been to a koi show: don't go. You'll see how shit your own koi are.
Yeah, exactly.
I remember my very first koi show. First vat I walked up to, I'm like, fuck.
It's true. It changes everything.
It does.
Yeah,
It does.
I don't know if it
Absolutely.
ruin it for me. To be fair, yeah.
Yeah. Well, it suddenly becomes very expensive.
Yeah, you suddenly get this want and need to have better,
Yeah. Yeah.
bigger.
You start looking at all your fish in a whole new light, and you think, yeah, I want to be where some of these other chaps are.
Yeah.
And yeah, it does. It becomes a vicious circle, and you start changing fish and buying more expensive fish, and yeah, it's.
I think my main issue is I've got about 5 or 6 fish in my pond that can't go anywhere. Like they are either.
Every pond does that.
Yeah, I've got a couple of fish like that. I've got a big, huge, massive chag, and it just hasn't got the body shape for a show. But I would never ever get rid of it. It's it's become a pet now. It'll always have a place in the pond.
I had someone round a month or 2 ago, and he walked up to Susan and said, "I'll give you over £1,000 for Big Betty." And she went, "There was no price. There's no price."
She's a lovely fish though, mate.
And when I pulled up my my Google Photos and showed him a picture of what she was like in 2017, about this big for 30 quid.
To be fair, Vince, it's not very often that you see a nearly 80 centimetre Deutz.
No,
anywhere. You know,
she, I reckon she's hovering right by that 80 centimetre mark.
yeah. Well, she dwarfs. I mean, my Shisui, she's a doy. She's like 72, 73, and she, Big Bet, like, she's absolute, like, yeah, she dwarfs like that in body shape and everything. You look at it, you think to yourself, Jesus, that's a big fish. Like, yeah. Yeah, no, yeah, she's lovely. She's lovely. She is.
Oh yeah, there's no way she'd go anywhere. She's my baby.
Mhm.
Just saw a body come behind Steve then. Yeah.
Hello.
Well, thank you, Jack. Maria, ladies and gentlemen, in the background.
Yeah, let me introduce her, shall I?
Yeah.
Oh, you do it, Vince.
This is the one you want to stay away from,
Yeah, that's my bodyguard.
isn't it?
Hi everyone.
Tell her Big Frank's not looking good.
His days are numbered, mate. The moment you took him home,
Give him a couple of days, he'll be all right.
Fucking better be after all this hassle I'm getting.
you see how Susan was trying to palm it off on
And,
me?
if you would like to know or what we are going on about, you'll have to tune into Perky's video tomorrow night. Because it ain't on mine.
No, but the evidence has been captured. Oh God!
Hey, Jan.
Now then,
Now then, Paul, that all depends on what fish it is, what pond system it's in, whether it's heated, what food you feed it. There's so many variables on that one. Oh, Aaron's gone again. There he is. Jesus Christ, you look pissed.
I look what?
You look pissed, boy.
I'm all right.
One too many at the rugby.
I've had 2.
You lying toad. You got more than fucking two.
Took a long time to think about 2.
There's the 6th. So, did your team win?
Yeah, won every trophy this year.
So that's why you're half pickled.
I'm not half pickled. I'm just I just count how many beers I have, like how Rick does.
So you're about 7 beers in then.
Yeah, we had a good day.
Good.
Had a good day, and I saw you guys just on chatting away, so I thought I'd come and grace you.
Makes bloody change.
Don't be tight. I've been busy.
Makes a bloody change. You've been fucking avoiding us for the last fucking 2 or 3 weeks.
I haven't been avoiding you. I've been busy.
So I tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, build a pond, ignore your friends.
Oh,
You know I love you, Aaron, really.
mate, so this morning I was up at 8 o'clock pulling cables with Nikki. Just fully rewired the garage and the filter house, and God, was that a nightmare?
What, pulling cables or working with Nicky?
No, just you know, when you're thinking, right, what I'll do is I really struggled to get it all in black conduit last time, so I bought singles, and I thought, oh wow, I'll get the thicker size conduit so I can get more cables inside it. But then everything then becomes a problem when you've done that, because the holes inside the sockets are not made or designed for 26mm industrial conduit. So although it's done, it was there was a lot of swearing involved.
I was going to say, I bet the air turned purple, didn't it?
Oh God. But yeah, luckily I've got a pillar drill, so I just I made a clamp and put a hole saw in it and caught everything that I needed to in a pillar drill. But yeah, it was it was real testing this morning. I was like, right, I'm going to pub.
How's it getting on then, Aaron? All right, good.
Yeah, I've got about another 2 hours tomorrow before I can start moving filters in.
Nice, nice.
I'm about 3 videos behind it of real life.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's doing well.
Good.
Good.
Yeah, it's
Mark
definitely looking
Oxo
good.
says, Vince, tell Aaron I need a new pond built next year, and he's booked in.
Yeah. I'm having I don't think I'll ask let that fly, even if it was next door.
Yeah. But you know Mark Oxo, he's got deep pockets, so you know the old Oxo family. They're just
I
like
met-
Roy. You
I
can't
met
turn
him
them
at
down.
the Northeast Koi Show. He's a real nice guy, to be fair.
Yeah, he's a cracking guy. And Sarah's saying, more like Nicky was thinking, I wish he would go away and let me finish the job.
No. No, she was a good help, to be fair. It was just me being picky. I could have just run a tube all the way around the top. But because I've got not much gap on the top above where the window looks out onto the pond, I didn't want a tube above it. So I had to run the cables all the way to the last socket and then back round to go right the way through to then continue the loop to come back. Like, all because I didn't want to put a pipe across the top of the socket. So it'd have been a really easy
What a waste
job.
of cable.
You what?
What a waste of cable. You must have more money in the sense.
Well, I got a very good deal on some cable from a friend in the koi community, and he got me 200-meter rolls of singles, and I already had 100-meter roll of air, so I want short of it to do the job, and it was cheaper than buying a roll of twin and half, so it allowed me to do it neat rather than creating the loop just because it would be the shortest route. It'd do my head in forever if I did it that way anyway. So I'm already contemplating going out and buying another socket tomorrow and altering it before I screw that side on.
Do it once, do it right, mate. At the end of the day, it's nothing worse than looking at your setup and you're thinking, "Oh, I could have done that. I wish I'd done this."
How many sockets you got in there, Aaron?
I've got five RCD doubles on one wall and then one on the other wall.
Yeah, I've got 5 doubles as well.
So 10 sockets in total then.
Yeah. I've got 10 sockets.
Oh well, no. So yeah, but then I've put two sockets on the inside of the garage wall as well. So it's got 2 doubles on there that are the waterproof sockets, and that is for things like the Alexa that I have in there. The plug is too big to go in one of them electrical boxes ones, and my smart lights, so my controller of the house turns on the pond lights from outside. They're like 2-inch thick. They won't go underneath a closed cover either. So I've got 2 doubles on the wall of between the filter house and the garage, but on the inside wall, so I can just drill the appliance through and have it on there as well. So yeah, there's enough electric.
mate. I was in Steve's car today, and fuck me, talk about space age.
Oh, Perky's
Space
car. Or Steve.
Steve-O,
What
He-
car's he got?
he's now got a new BMW, but it's
Oh,
got
dear.
one. These projectors on the screen, so you've got the speedo on the bonnet and stuff.
Oh, yeah. Heads up display. Nice.
Yeah. Unlike Alexa. Alexa, buy hour and a butt plug.
There's not one in this room.
Oh, mate, I've caught so many people out with that one.
Does it come with indicators, Steve, or was that extra?
Yeah, it came with them, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, mate, right? He couldn't bring the Jag because he couldn't get the driver's door open. He goes and buys a fucking new car, and you can't open the passenger door from the outside either.
That's just security. It's got a Vince filter on it. So when I unlock it,
It's still on my ass.
Everything's electronic now, though, isn't it?
it's
Doors.
a nightmare. Everything is electronic. You're right. Absolutely everything.
I got a new van in July, and it's had a persistent error on it. Every time I drive it and I'm doing 40 mile an hour, it says, warning, handbrake not engaged. I'm thinking, it would be a bit worrying doing 40 if it was engaged.
Yeah.
But yeah, it throws all kinds of electronic errors, and I just have to pull over, turn it off, and then turn it back on again, and it works.
That's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, my Audi does that same thing. Exactly the same thing.
Yeah.
I always get at least one.
Well, I'm on my phone, so I can't see what the comments are, to be fair.
I said, for fuck's sakes, Vince, mine went off then.
I've had to change her name, so it's not Alexa now. It's something else, because my little boy, he'll wake everyone up in the house by getting her to play music. So we've had to change her name so we don't get woken up at like 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning.
I can't. No, Alexa do this, Alexa do that. Fucking hell. Get off your ass and go and turn the fucking light switch off yourself, you lazy bastard.
You know what, though, Vince? It's so like my bar's got an armored cable going down to it, and it didn't have a switch wire put in it from the house to put the lights on from the house, and the bar at the pond is on a separate circuit. So for you to turn the lights on the back of the garden on the side of the pond with no switch wires, right, it's pretty hard. But then remote control sockets are mega for stuff like that. You just set it all as a group, click a light switch, turns all the garden lights on in one go.
Too much technology, man.
Yeah, that would be. Oh, I just want to see what the garden looks like. I'll get off my ass like Vince says and go do it. I'd have to run and open the bar, run and open the garage, turn them all on. By that time, I'd be like, if someone was robbing me, they'd be gone.
That's why you have motion detect camera.
I've got them as well.
What are you waiting for then? Stop being a lazy git and go and turn the fucking switch on.
Damn it.
Oh, it depends on how much armor cable you need, because I've got a roll of it here.
Who needs armored cable?
Andrew Morrow, I don't need Alexa, I've got a wife and kids.
Blimey.
And Jack Wesley's asking, do you guys have an American voice or a UK voice on your Alexa?
I think mine's Australian, to be fair.
Put enough shrimp on the barbie, mate.
I think Leo's is still Thai from when we went to Thailand. He set it to Thai there, so I'm pretty set. In fact, near enough every one of my rooms has got a different voice in it.
See? Humber Coy, ladies and gentlemen. Multicultural.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty certain every single room's got a different voice on it. To be fair,
So have you put a cover over that temporary pool, or are you still heating the rest of the
oh yeah,
out?
I'm just heating Anleby. Yeah,
No, Susan, I bet you Andrew's wife's not watching. Over that, we sat there with headphones in, so she can't fucking hear.
what's more annoying, Vince, is the fish would be in now, right? But I'm waiting on one part, and I'm in a dispute with Amazon over it. I just need
Not
insulation for one pipe, so then I can put the fence on. When I can put the fence on, I can paint the fence, which then means I can put the window in because I don't want to be doing it like my dad's done it, finishing the finishing touches with water in it and a board over his pond. I want to do them bits at the back. What will be the most annoying thing to do? To do that, and I just like I imagine that one of the posts I might have to core behind it. So the last thing I want to be doing is doing that while I was watering the pond. And I ordered it 5 weeks ago, and the seller said, "Well, I've definitely sent it. Here's your tracking number." And I've contacted Amazon. Today was it had to be delivered today before I could get my refund. But I won't mind that Armaflex insulation, like 37 quid a length. And I think there's 6 lengths of it. So I can't just afford to just go buy it from someone else because that hadn't turned up. I needed my refund.
Yeah.
With the Armaflex, Aaron, did you get that in 2-inch? Did you?
Yeah, 63 mil Armaflex it is.
Jesus Christ!
And
You have
Paul,
got
Paul
more money.
Windmill says, "I've never heard Aaron talk so much."
Yeah,
That'll
I
be
was
the
looking
deal.
at that, and it's like
Susan Schonauer is saying, "Are you a millennial, Aaron?"
A
on
millennial.
eBay, it's like ridiculously priced.
I don't even know what a millennial is. Yeah, it is. It's mega
Sure.
expensive. But because I changed the design of the pond to moving the returns at the other end and having the skimmer in there to get more water through the system, it meant that I'd only cemented one pipe underneath the pond, so one was going to go behind the back of it, which I didn't really have a problem with because it's a heated line anyway. As long as they insulated it, I was all right with that. But
Yeah.
it's the insulation which is causing a problem, and I've been around every HVAC shop in Hull, and all of them are like, "Oh yeah, we don't stock that. It's like 4 weeks to get one that thick." So I thought, well, I'll go on Amazon. Amazon had it, and I've had now but grief because it's not from Amazon. It's from an Amazon third party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They must have sent you a photograph though of your insulation sat outside someone else's front door, haven't they?
No, what they've done is they've sent me. So it's ordered 6 pieces, and they've sent me a parcel with 2 in it, which isn't in long enough to go the length of the pond. Because even if it was, I would have got it. If they'd have sent me 3, I could have got it, but not done the bits at either end. And I could have done them later. But they sent me 2, but then it says delivered. So I've had to send Amazon a picture of the box it came in with 2 in it and no room to get any more in it. And then they've disputed it because it says it's been delivered.
It's a nightmare, isn't it? Absolute nightmare.
Gareth Simon from up North Koi Pond says, "Go straight to the insulation superstore."
We did.
Well, I
We
mean,
went to Amazon. I've got
Susan,
everything there, haven't I?
you just buy off Amazon because you think it's easy and safe, don't you? And like,
Yeah.
I paid for the fast delivery, and I'm still waiting for that now. So we've been doing stuff that don't really need doing to get water in the pond, like making it look nice. When that shouldn't have been the order that it went in. It should have been the order of get the glass and water in, and then at least I'm heating something that's insulated rather than heating a swimming pool. But I've had to do stuff in a right backwards order because I'm waiting on somebody else.
Yeah,
There you go. That tells you what a millennial is, then, Aaron. Born between the years of 81 and 96.
Hey, I'm Generation X. I'm born in 73.
81, I thought that.
Jesus.
85, so that makes me a millennial, doesn't it?
Yeah, you are. Yeah, for sure. God.
Well, Aaron's gone.
I
Isn't
think
that right, Mark? Thank God I'm not a millennial. Oh,
Turns out I am a millennial. I've just checked.
you had to check your date of birth.
No, I had to check if that was correct because I thought it was millennials was from 1990.
There you go. I missed it by 13 years.
Mate,
Yeah,
So
you can tell the people that have missed it though because they don't know how to operate the phone properly.
oh.
That is
Or you say to them, "I'll send you a link on Facebook," and they go, "I'm not on Facebook." Yeah, I know. You're probably not a millennial.
no. Yeah.
George says try sig insulation.
SIG, is that
Yeah.
the same people that do roofing? Because I've been to them. But in all fairness, I'll try that Insulation Superstore. I just had my money wrapped up in Amazon, so now Amazon have admitted that they're wrong today. It's your usual. You'll get your money back within 7 days. They're quick to take it off you, aren't they? They'll take it off you like that. But
oh yeah.
It's a joke, isn't it? That really
Yeah.
infuriates me when they say, "Yeah, you get it in 7 days." It's like,
Quick enough, fucking take it. Now give it
Yeah.
back.
yeah,
No, they want to keep it for them extra few days so they can earn that bit more interest on it before they pay it back out again. Bastards.
madness, that really.
So I've got a question. Obviously, people do they cover their ponds in various different ways. So you've got like enclosures. You've got your polycarb sheets that can go on the top of them. Some people just put the sheet, the tarpaulin. I did the tarpaulin with the pipe work, the frame. Made a frame out of pipe work and stuff last year. So this year I'm deciding to go with 75 mil polystyrene with foil tape around the edges to stop it from peeling off, and floating it in the pond. I'm going to be floating it in the pond this year. So it's actually hitting the surface of the pond.
How does the gas exchange happen then?
Yeah, but you leave an open, you leave an area that's open.
And why are you going that route?
£75 million insulation's not cheap. It's about 50 quid a board, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, the polystyrene's not. The polystyrene's like was it £22 a sheet, 8x4 sheet.
Right, and so are you leaving open polystyrene?
No, I'm going to be foil taping it.
Mate, that won't stop them chewing that out from underneath. And trust me, they will.
Well, I was watching a channel. They were doing it, and it.
What channel?
Do you know Lee Caladine? Is it Caladine?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The water garden, Japanese
Japanese water garden.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
He did it on his pond. Obviously, it was
That's
heated, but he had and he floated it in. He left a little area where it can gas exchange, but he had an 85% decrease in the heat being able to escape out the pond.
Yeah. But you'll trash your Benny for a start.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, I've got forgot that.
because you will get zero light in. And
I'd like to know how that 85% was measured.
Well, who knows? Yeah.
and
Because
you also
I could put old rags on the top of my pond tomorrow and just say, "Oh, I've had a 60% increase on this." Like, how is that measured? Like, what point is? Yeah, I'm not convinced on that, if I'm honest, because he's still going to lose heat out of the hole that's open to the elements for the gas exchange. I think the best ones that you can do is heat an enclosure where you're heating the environment, because you've still got the actual, you still got sunlight. The people that have got pergolas will light in the top and then they just box them off. Surely that is the best way to do it.
Yeah.
Mm.
I'm not massively keen on them pond balls because I think they've got loads of gaps in them, but I've yet to.
yeah, but
I'd love to see.
They're expensive as well, though, aren't they? The pond balls, like to cover my pond, will cost about £500 or £600.
Well, I'd love to just put them on. I'd love to have them and covers and put them on my pond for a month and see which one on a night the air source heat pump came on the most on.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think even if you dropped your water level a bit and had a foot gap underneath polycarb sheets laid on the top, surely that's enough room to do that.
Yeah.
Right, just in the questions. Hang on. Toxins leaching off into the pond for polystyrene? No,
No.
but it does from Kingspan because it's a completely different thing.
I thought there was styrene poisoning, and that's something that that water test group in Grimsby, what are they called now? They actually test for people that had used roofing resin in the fiberglass. Someone's had styrene poisoning from using because it's meant to be a low styrene coat that's put on it. So I don't imagine by putting a polystyrene sheet on the top and floating it, if that it could be potentially dangerous. Not saying it is, but it'd be something that I heavily researched first after watching that. What it's called now? There was on Facebook and they had a link. It was completely not related to fish, but they were saying about they do.
Mate, have you seen the filters at Phoenix?
No.
The shower filters at Phoenix, they're all sat on fucking sheets of polystyrene, water cascading over the top of them into the tanks.
It's mad.
You won't get leaching from polystyrene.
No.
You will from Kingspan because Kingspan is a completely different makeup.
Yeah, it's more like a foam, isn't it?
It's not quite expanding foam, but it is in those sort of realms.
Material, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I personally wouldn't recommend floating polystyrene on the top. Now, I can see where he's coming from a dealer's perspective, because they're not really going to sell a great deal of fish over the winter. So they cover them over like that. They just tick over.
It's still not great for the
No,
fish's
it's still
skin
not,
and Benny as well to have
it's still
sellable
not
fish
great.
coming into spring, is it?
But there's a couple of systems at the farm that are in darkness, basically, apart from the light that comes through the door. It all depends on what
In an ideal world, I'd basically
fish
build
you've
like
got
because I've already got the frame
in that
there.
system.
If I put a roof, like the roof battens and stuff on, I would then not polycarb, but I would use the Clear Viz, the visqueen sheet, like the polytunnels, and I'll
Yeah.
polytunnel the whole thing. To be fair, but yeah,
You
Mate,
couldn't get
if you-
polycarb really cheap, you know, Chris. I got some when I did it on my last pond. I got a conservatory free on Facebook Marketplace, buy to dismantle. Right, and I just threw the full lot in it, drove 60% of it to tip, and then just brought the other bit home.
I suppose yeah. Because
You know what I mean? There's loads of them as well because people just want rid.
I went on the polycarbonate store and I was looking at like I need 4 8x4 sheets to cover the top of my pond with polycarb, just for the 12mm polycarb double wall or whatever it is. That was working out at 300 quid.
mate, fucking reinforced clear tarpaulin.
That's
Fucking
what I used
hell,
last year.
staple that to the roof and then make a couple of panels to go in around the sides. You're
Yeah.
fucking done till you can afford better.
That's what I used last year with the pipe work. I did a frame, didn't I, over the top of the pond with that over the top. Yeah.
I think
that
if
worked
you
well.
if you seal the edges well on polycarb though, it has the air in the middle that stops
Yeah.
the air on the outside. So, like, if you've just got, don't get me wrong, the clear plastic will do a job, and some of them will work better than others. But I do imagine that if it's heated the air up in the middle, the cold will have to cool that down before it cools your pond down.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That's
Yeah.
why I would go with that. And honestly, Chris, before you start throwing loads of money into polystyrene sheets, I'd definitely have a look at Facebook Marketplace because there is lots of people. Don't get me wrong, you have to do a bit of legwork to get it, but I didn't pay a penny for mine. I just had to do a couple of tip runs
Yeah.
and just literally took everything from their house to my house, kept all the polycarb and the framing, and binned the rest.
Yeah.
Susan, yes, polycarb is fucking expensive over here as well. So it's
Yeah.
not just in the US. And Jonathan saying a roll of shrink wrap and timber frame. Yes. I mean, there is one time I did cover my pond and I used a wooden framework and then I filled those layers with bubble wrap and then a tight bubble wrap over the top. Does just as good.
I mean, you could shrink wrap both sides, couldn't you, effectively, and create the same air gap in the middle as what polycarb does.
My main thing is because, like where I said earlier about the temperature differences in like when it's cold, when it's warm. But when we get the winter storms that we get over here, we got so many trees around our house, around our garden, next door's garden and stuff. I end up with so many leaves in the pond. It's ridiculous. Does my brain in. That's why I covered, obviously to help with the temperature and stuff, but it also stops like all of that going in the pond and me having to vacuum it out, because otherwise it all gets dragged through into the filter and it's an absolute ball ache. Does my brain in. So yeah, that's what I was looking at doing again, but doing something different this year.
Do you not have a
Anthony-
skimmer in yours, Chris?
Sorry?
Do you not have a skimmer in yours for pulling leaves out?
No. I want to get one of the mountain trees, but yeah, I've got a 4-inch Tommy drain that goes to the drum. That I can put I had one of them Awazi floating 4-inch floating ones that bobs up and down. But one of the big fish knocked the top off and I lost a fish down it, and it, yeah. So yeah,
I'd speak to George. You know, he got a replica of the mountain tree one, or whichever one it is, for a fifth of the price.
Yeah, they're not. They're only about.
AliExpress.
Yeah,
Temu do them as well. They're only about 20 quid. Not even that, I don't think.
Mate, I love my one.
I hope it's got a Humber Koi sticker on it. That one.
No. I haven't even got a Humber Koi sticker on my wall.
Yeah, I've told you. I'll release the sticker when I get the mug. I've got a sticker with his name on the back, and I'm just holding it to ransom.
You do not give in to the demands of terrorists.
Mate, I will. I'm going to take that sticker with the Vince written on the back everywhere and just film it. I tell you what, I'll take it on holiday with me next year and FaceTime you with the sticker.
I've told you, because the Twisted Koi mug is so scarce, it means something when someone gets one. Then
Yeah.
you just agreed. You just agreed when you went, yeah.
The market's going to be flooded with them soon, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
I was thinking of getting one made up.
Yasukoi.co.uk coming soon.
Mate, I will just get Yazoo Koi to make me one.
Yes, it.
Paul, I stand by my Mountain Tree one. One of the best things I've put on the pond. It was even better because it was free, wasn't it, Aaron?
Yeah,
Have you got a pump on the end of yours, Vince, or is it gravity fed into drum?
Mine gravity feeds to my pump.
Right.
And then, but I am contemplating putting the skimmer into the drum when I turn the long block tank into a Mahusa filter.
Yeah.
You gravity feed it to a drum, so if any stuff gets through the skimmer, it you pump straight away.
Yeah. And it goes, at the moment, it goes from skimmer to my pump, through the 2 Tempests, over the shower, into the bio unit, back to the pond.
Yeah.
How many outlets has your drum got on it?
1.
I had to put a new. I put one on mine, didn't I? I cut a hole in the side and put a 2-inch additional one on, so I could run so I can run my bio chamber separate to my backy shower.
So Hangfire, it's got 2 inlets and 1 outlet, 4-inch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Standard. Yeah. I've done I put a 2-inch tank connector on the side of my one, so I can run a 20,000 or a 10,000 over my shower.
Yeah, I think that's the way forward for you, Vince. I think that's the way I do it as well.
Well, I've got the inlet hole there, and it will stop the shit from building up in that fucking corner.
Yeah,
Because
I think
of the way the water comes in, it then turns this corner here into a dead spot.
Yeah.
And if it wasn't for the fact that I flush my bottom drain every day, that corner builds up rather rapidly.
Is that the corner underneath your skimmer?
No, in the drum itself.
Oh right, okay, yeah.
You know, when you look at the front of the filter, you've got your two inlets, haven't you? Well, I've got one coming in this side, but on this bottom corner here, I get a build up of shit because of the way
I see what you mean. So obviously, if you're drawing from both of them, it'll be constant moving water through it.
Yeah.
It's allowed me. It's allowed me. So basically, I've got a 20k pump pumping. I can have it over a shower. I can have it going like bypassing the shower, going down to my 2 bottom returns in the pond, and then I've got my 10. I've got a 20,000 V pump pumping 10,000 litres per hour through my bio chamber.
Yeah.
So essentially,
that's why I like standalone drums. I've been to see, so in the past 6 months, I've been to see a lot of ponds with different filtration before I decided on what I was putting in mine. And people that could divert water after a drum rather than having a a combi unit.
Well, look, you've only got to look at poor old Scraggs, the issues that he's had with setting up his combi drum. Like with the issues that he had with water quality and stuff, because
I don't think a lot of that's like that filter that he's got is a very good filter.
Yeah.
I think the biggest problem is that when you've got a big stock, a big fish, and you put full brand new media into that. I think if he'd have put all his mature media into it and hadn't have swapped onto the Helix, then
yeah,
I don't think he'd have had half the
Yeah.
problems of what he did have. I think that was a total filter reset on that.
Yeah.
Because obviously my old boy's done it differently, new pond, new filter, and done it slowly, and he's got a combi. Although he can't move as much water through it as what he would have liked to have on his filter combi next thing. And I was going to get the same filter as him for space wise, but 100% that's not happening.
I was going to do that, Paul, but Simondo, the gentleman that so kindly come down and helped me get my drum back off on the road, he turned around and told me there is absolutely no point because it still settles there whether we've got an airstone there or not. I get less of it because where the inlet is like a sticky outy inlet, shit used to build up inside that outlet bit. So I end up cutting a piece of polystyrene and wedging that in there, and now it just builds up in the corner. But it gets flushed into the drum and once a day anyway, so it's not really a major issue in that respect.
Are you pumped out of your drum over your shower into your bio?
Yeah. So my biofilters is all pump fed.
Right.
Yeah,
so
gravity returns, doesn't it?
So there'd be nothing stopping you then, Vince, putting a 4-inch pipe on the end of your outlet and putting a T on it then.
On the end of the drum.
The end of the drum, because you said
Yeah.
you've on because like so a lot of people gravity feed the bio, right? Obviously, then you won't want to draw away from that. But if you're pump feeding it straight out of that, like you're pump feeding it from a 4-inch to a 2-inch, well, realistically, if you put a 4-inch on there with a 4-inch T on it, you should be able to pull enough water to feed both of them for that one.
Yeah. There's going to be
It's going to be a little bit as well.
There's going to be a little bit of jiggery pokery, but once it's done and it's dialed in, you can have a super filter.
I might have a 2-inch tank connector you can have. I'll have a look because I've got a big box of stuff that'll never. That's is it 1.5 inch one? I definitely got a tank connector because now I've done all mine in pressure. I've got a big box of stuff that will never fit on my pond now.
You want one of them if you're putting a tank connector inside the pond, though. You want one of the although they're 2-inch, you can get they're pressure ones, but they're not the same as the ones that you put in your pond. You know, the ones that you put in your pond, you've got all the screws that go all the way around. The one that I've got, I don't know if you go back through one of my videos where I fitted it, it's just got the rubber seal on the end, and you put it in. It's like one of the old school sort of style tank connectors. They're smaller because if you was to put a 2-inch tank connector that you would do for your pond build on, it would be in the way for your drum screen when your drum screen goes round.
Only if you have the socket pointing inwards.
No, you got your 2-inch hole in it, but then you got like 1.5 sort of your bit on there around the outside where all your screws go in, haven't you?
Yeah.
If you go, I'll send you a link, Vince. You get a 2-inch tank connector, but it's got the thread, and then you got a nut on the back, a small nut on the back that does up onto the thing. It's only a small one, and
that's what mine's like. That the ones I've used, it's like what it's like what they use on a backy shower spray bar. It's just like a nut on the inside, but it's the nut on the inside of it probably about 10 mil.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you put in a bulkhead connector, not a tank connector.
That's it. Yeah.
Tomatoes.
That
Tomatoes. It's still a tank connector, isn't it?
well, no.
Well, I tell you what, Vince, if you don't want my tank connector because it's not a bulkhead connector, you don't have to have it. Because I'm telling you what, I'll do another one. You can send me a video saying I'd like your tank connector, knowing it's a bulkhead connector, unless I won't send you it.
You tell he's had a few fucking beers, can't you? Oh. Well, on that note, ladies and gentlemen, we've been rattling along now for an hour and 50 minutes. So I think we will bring this one to a close this
Just a
weekend.
quick one, Vince. Just a quick one. Stuart's been asking a question. He's ended up asking it in capital letters because no one's answered him yet. What drum did you choose, Aaron?
What did what?
What drum have you chosen?
What model of drum?
I haven't even said what filtration I've got yet.
You'll have to wait until the next upload.
There you go.
Unfortunately, I haven't even. I always said I've got a drum.
Well, I know you. We already know you're going for a separate bio, so.
I've been making my bio. Have we even spoke about that? Vince knows about that. I've been 3D printing cages and loads of parts for it. Scraggs, his mate, who 3D print stuff, has been teaching me CAD on a night, to the point now where I can physically make anything on it now. It's absolutely great. He's a sterling guy to actually teach me how to be able to do it myself to go on that. So I've been making a lot of parts to make the bio how I want it myself.
So next summer, if I give you the money, can you make me an 800-litre bio chamber?
No. I'm not taking on no koi projects next year.
No, Nicky will fucking hang him.
Mine won't be finished by that then. They'll be fishing it, but it won't be finished. There'll be loads of stuff to do on it.
So you're rendering it.
As soon as this weekend's done and the electrics are in, I'm going to start on. I've bought some stuff. In fact, all of it's secondhand. Some of it modified, some of it not, and all of it's been in the bottom of my bar, and I haven't sterilised or done anything with it. So there'll be the full thing of bleaching what I need to use and doing that and going through everything very soon. But yeah, I'm not doing a spoiler on Vince's live even after having a beer.
Almost.
Nearly.
Almost.
Nearly, yeah.
Nice try, Stu Bob. So on that note, I would like to say a big, massive thank you to everyone joining along this evening. Big thank you to Alex, my man Steve-O, Chris, Pissed Up Aaron, and don't forget Rafa. As always, guys and girls, don't forget on your way out, like, share, subscribe, and all that shit. I've been Twisted Koi. You out there, you know you're great, and we'll see you Monday at the farm. Ladies, guys, have a good weekend.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.